Is my word. Act 3, Scene 7. Hall of the Mountain King. Again. Bizarre. What was that about Lula? Maybe Donald knows how to clear it up a bit. Okay, let's go to Donald then. As much as I like all the sound in this game, I don't like the balance. It goes from either very quiet to painful to deafening. This isn't particularly quick. I thought after I had my leg fixed, getting around would be better. No, it wasn't Amy I was looking for. Can we keep going? Can you hurry that along? Come on. Thank you. Go on, talk to Donald. I can't remember what voice I gave him. So you've seen it for yourself. What's left of it? Is that the end? It's chalky bones of a beautiful dream. But you can see what it once was. Can't you? There was so much more to it. Ornate labyrinths of memory. Exhaustively simulated parallel cave ecosystems. Real artificial intelligence built on sophisticated neural network algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions. The bats could learn to sing. And then it began to crumble when strangers came. At first we only heard them, walking heavily through the caves, dragging things around, hammering and clattering their tools. Sometimes we heard working songs, never close enough to make out real voices, just their echoes cascading wordlessly in the tunnels. Then we caught a glimpse of one. What did they look like? They looked like... No, it's too horrible. I shouldn't be telling you about this. They're dangerous. They're strange. I should never have tried to outwit them. They were always too much for me. But it's too late now. If I'd listened to Lula, Lula? Lula Chamberlain? Yes, of course. Oh, do you know her? We're looking for her now. No, she's gone now. She left. We built this together. Did you know? Lula, Joseph and I. Lula has gone from here, but... Donald points across the cave with his pipe. Still in there, in XANADU. Don't know where Lula is now, or how to get there. Or how to get there from here. Or how to unwind that damn tangled highway. But XANADU, before its ruin, was faultless as an oracle. A shrine to perfect simulation. Until... but maybe... this weird interlope has destroyed my XANADU. Perhaps they know how to fix it. It may be dangerous. I've spent many eager seconds to negotiate with them, to repair my masterpiece. Back there, that tunnel. Push back the vines. Crawl out into the darkness. Watch your step. After a while you'll feel the terrain change beneath your hands and knees, from rock to crystal, then to mud. Then you'll be out. That's where the strangers come from. Now leave me alone. I still have a bit of mould in my pipe, and a few dreams left. Now, the problem with giving voices to different people is that when they throw 400 fucking people at you in one cave, you're not going to remember them all. So that's what's happened there. Act 3, Scene 8. This is long. This is really long. Where the strangers come from. Ooh. Is this a graveyard? Atmospheric. The cave comes out in a graveyard. Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. Worth a look inside, I guess. I want to stay outside. Okay. I'll stay with him. We can look for lizards. Okay, we'll make it quick. What the fuck? Look for a lizard over here. An epitaph is engraved on the stone grave marker. Anissa Espinosa. Generous disposition. Will be missed. Below the inscription a note is written in white chalk. HT 8191T. Fill date 29th of June. Notes of almond. What? You're making corpse wine, mate. Don't like that. Don't think I approve of that. An epitaph is engraved on the stone grave marker. Keith Guerin and Saul Alexander Witten. We think you two would really have liked each other. Burying strangers together, that's a bit weird. Below the inscription, a note is written in white chalk. HT 8192B. Fill date June 24th. Weird finish. Yeah, someone's eating corpses. This isn't good. Chris Dillio. Always had a far off look. Probably still does. Yeah, probably. HT 8192E. Fill date August 1st. Aftertaste of rainwater. No, I don't approve of this. Don't eat the dead people. Joseph T. Manning or Jeff James? What, you don't know? HT 8192N. Fill date September 8th. Sweet and fungal. I'm not going to say it every time. I do not like it. You should not be doing this. Justin C. Rand would have wanted it this way. HT 8192O. Fill date September 9th. Maple/turpentine. It's not ambiguous, is it? That's definitely what it is. Joshua Beale. Should have said something. HD 8192X. Fill date November 1st. Sense of foreboding. Good. That's what you get. Unknown. Seemed reasonable. HT 8192Y. Fill date November 2nd. Easy on the nose. Oh shit, it's just come to me. Hard Times Whiskey. Yeah, that's the thing. Find any lizards? I wasn't really looking. Nice cover story, kid. Is that guy your boyfriend? Nah, what's a boyfriend anyway? It's a word people use because everyone else does. Doesn't mean anything to me. He's my cricket. See? It means something. It's specific. I want to be specific. I think you are. It's the middle of the night, and here you are in a graveyard. Any other kid your age would be in bed. You've just got to make choices and own them. You think I was born this foxy? I came off the assembly line about a half foot shorter and all grey. No eyes. They were going to have us clearing out the old mine. Doesn't matter what you look like under all that rock and water. A bunch of grey shadows shoveling and hammering invisibly at the walls, draining the tunnels. Johnny found some gear. An old tape player. We hid away in an underwater cave and listened to it over and over. And we knew we weren't miners. Oh, so they're robots, that's why they sound all wary. Okay, that's fine. We slipped out onto the road. Just these two featureless shadows. And ever since that night, we've been detailing, colouring in, specifying. I feel more like myself every day. I think I should be a musician too. Is that right? I'll have to keep an eye on you. Well, that was a interesting little diversion. There you are. What did you find in there? It wasn't. Hey, what's going on? You look flushed, old man. It doesn't matter. Right. Okay, we got what we need. Let's go. Oh, fucking hell. Act 3, Scene 9. It is longer, isn't it? Fall of the Mountain King. Do I need to talk to Donald? Trace an orbit round the road and close your eyes with holy dread. We on mould and whiskey fed drank rivers down below. We found your strangers. We know how to fix your damn machine, but I'm not sure it was worth it. Oh, soon the visions will return. What have you found? They say you need to unplug it for a while. Turn it off and on again. Unplug it, of course. Restore the software to its initial state. Let it course again, through the mouldy circuits, fresh and rejuvenated, ready to thrive. Well then, unplug it. By all means, do not hesitate. Unplug the machine. Seriously, have you tried turning it off and on again? Am I there? I could have done with some camera controls if I'm honest. This cave is tedious. Come on. Pull the plug. Okay, so I'll just unplug it and wait a minute, I guess. Weird. Just following instructions. Here we go. It's not weird at all. It's how you deal with all computery things, isn't it? Act 3, Scene 10. Too many scenes, mate. Xanadu. Xanadu. Looking considerably less fucked than last time I used it. At end of road. I like that. But it still looks David Firthy. You're standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. Go into the forest. Enter forest. That's not something you can enter. Just type a direction. North. In forest. You are in an open forest with a deep valley to one side. Can we climb a tree? Climb tree. I don't think much is to be achieved by that. Oh my god! This is like one of those old text games, isn't it? Except it's a text game with images, so it's like a one of those world builder games on Mac. I quite enjoyed one called Enchanted Scepters, I think it was. Or A Mess of Trouble. Or Ray's Maze. There was a few of them. Can we dig a hole? Dig a hole. You can't see any such thing. Pretty limited vocabulary. Yeah, that's what it was like. South. You're in forest. Hey, it's a maze. North. You're in forest. Luna is here, soldering replacement components in a small, handmade radio. North. I'm not talking to Lula. You're in forest. North. You're in forest. Joseph is here, tapping with a small stylus on a modified pocket braille slate. A small grey kitten no more than a few weeks old, dozes comfortably on his backpack. Maybe he has something to say. Yeah, I like Joseph. Listen. Donald. I was just transcribing your footsteps. Sounded like... Joseph runs his finger along the index card he's been tapping on from right to left. Long, weary song. Drearily gone. Dearly gone. You beat a melancholy shuffle through these woods, Donald. Ha! I've been noting down the sounds of the forest with an ear for speech and an inborn filter for poetry, I suppose. So maybe it's me being melancholy after all. I'm eager to see what the poetic subsystem makes of these punch cards. North. At edge of hole. Yeah. Well, that looks like trouble. You're at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to rock as the ground sinks into darkness. The computer tied to your upper back slickens with sweat in the afternoon sun. The rope slung around your shoulder has slipped under the strap of your backpack, digging uncomfortably against your collarbone. Go down into that hole. Seems pretty obvious. Down. The cave walls are too slick to climb safely without assistance. You lose your footing and fall to your death. Great. Well, that was fun. RIP. Your score was 0 out of a possible 8,192. Yep. Relatable. What? I got an achievement, you died. Great. You may continue or quit. Continue. Maybe we need to climb down more carefully? Try using the rope to climb down safely. Tie rope to tree. The rope is tied snugly to a tree trunk. Yeah, if you've played one of these text games, it's never as simple as that. But, yeah, you'd probably get there eventually. Down. Your feet slip a few times on the slimy rock, but you remain stable. Lula and Joseph descend carefully after you. In bed quilt. Is that this cave? Is that what this is? You are in bed quilt, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Joseph and Lula remove the computer equipment they are carrying on their backs and begin setting up. That's the last trip, so everything's down here now. Yeah, when they started lugging computers about, I remembered this from something earlier in the game. I can't remember where exactly. It was an audio tape from Lula's art installation thing. Yeah, I remember where it was. It was those magnetic tracks that you had to run a thing down that I got sick of. Set up the gear. Set up gear. I only understood you as far as wanting to set the up above. Yeah, okay. Set the up above? See, that's exactly what I mean. Tie rope to tree should have went like that. Lula looks pensive. What's the gear they carry? Ask Lula about gear. Sure, Donald. We might as well take inventory. I've got the tape machine and the synthesizer parts we borrowed from the School of Music. It's all tuned up to my voice, so he won't have to type so much. Joseph has his slate, and the punch cards he's transcribed from the poems we read him. He's got the typewriter and the paper tape reader. And you've got the CRT display. How's your back holding up? Ask her about the cave. Ask Lula about cave. Having second thoughts. I don't blame you. It's unsettling down here. Weird acoustics. Earlier, as we were climbing down, I thought I heard voices for a moment. Or, not voices themselves, but the voices of echoes. Singing some kind of eerie, tuneless working song. I'm glad I'm not down here alone. Joseph looked uncomfortable. Jealous. Hey, Donald, can you help me wire up these generators? I'll assemble the synthesizer. I could use some help with the serial interface, if you have time. You hear an unfamiliar echo from a tunnel to the east. Wire up the generators. Help Joseph. I appreciate it, Donald. Not much of an electrician, you know. You know that. Joseph hands you a bundle of wires. His kitten curls up on a spool of cabling. Listen, the three of us here. Listen, the three of us had a good thing for a minute, wouldn't you say? Up at the old place, before it got ugly? I'm saying, we came down here to work. To really do it. XANADU. And I mean, we've got to be rational about this. All three of us have put our feelings aside for a bit and be rational. Do you know what I'm saying? Just agree with whatever he's saying, this isn't helpful. Agree with Joseph. Joseph sets down the wire strippers in his hand. You really mean that? You're pretty okay, Donald. I mean, you have a clear idea on what's sensible. We're in unmapped territory here. Strange to the whole thing. Got to have a focus. She'll understand. You are interrupted by the ominous echo of a grating scraping sound from the east, louder than before. What the hell was that? Let's check it out. That doesn't sound like a good idea at all. In tunnels. Rushed down the tunnel with Joseph and Lula close behind. How do you like all this, kid? Kind of boring, but I like boring stuff sometimes. The tunnel narrows, and you soon find yourself crawling on your hands and knees. Navigating the tunnel gradually becomes more awkward as smooth rock gives way to jagged crystalline surfaces. Ah yes, as Donald told us. Scratches and taps echo from the end of the tunnel, some short and piercing, some slower and groaning as if dampened by water. The tunnel opens up into a large room, which is, I guess, where we are now. In Crystal Room. Spooky skeleton. 2 spooky skeletons. 3 spooky skeletons. Go away, skeletons. You are in a large, irregular chamber. The walls, floor and ceiling are covered with crystalline projections. Strangers are here, scraping black mould from the crystals. They look up when you enter. One of them seems about to speak. Finally! Let's listen to what he says. The stranger reaches for a box he's carrying and presses a plastic button. The box whirs to life and a crackly voice blurts something unintelligible, then slows to a deep gurgle. He looks at his companions momentarily in confused disappointment. Then he returns his awful gaze to you. Joseph flees through a tunnel to the north. Lula flees through a tunnel to the northeast. Follow Joseph. Run northeast. Joseph scrambles across outcrops of crystal as you struggle to follow him in the dark. He calls back breathlessly. What happened to Lula? Lula, are you back there? Keep going. Joseph climbs through the cave into the darkness, and you follow behind as best you can to keep up. In the distance you hear the strangers return to their work, scraping the crystals. In Bedquill. You are in Bedquill, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Joseph is here, panting for breath. Damn, did they follow us? Where's Lula? He seems pretty scared. Reassure Joseph. Hell with you! I told you to find her, you son of a... Enough! This is where she'll go, right? We'll wait for her. Here! She'll be okay. She's tougher than either of us. May as well wait. Wait. Time passes. Joseph nervously pets the kitten in his coat pocket. I guess we could wait for an hour or so. Wait for an hour. Time passes. The shifting, fluttering sound grows louder from one of the tunnels. What's that? Was that her? 5 disorientated bats stumble through your lantern light and off into an adjacent passage. Let's wait a bit longer. Wait for a day. Time passes. Plenty of water down here at least. And I packed some of that jerky I made. Didn't come out too well, but I tried to start a fire, I guess. I don't know. Keep waiting? He seems to want to wait. A month. Wait for a month. Time passes. You begin to measure days and nights by the life and death of the fire. I don't know about you, Donald, but I'm starting to hate this place. It's so confining. I can't even think without it bouncing off all these damn weird walls. Coming back at me all distorted. Last few days I've been thinking, sort of daydreaming. Maybe I'll get set up on the side of the road somewhere. Ditch the academics, get a couple more cats. Sounds nice, doesn't it? After all this? Joseph withdraws into his thoughts. How long will it let us wait here? Like, what's the maximum time? Wait indefinitely. Time passes. Lula is here. She's either just arrived, or has been standing here for some period of time. Is it you? Or more shadows? Lula advances carefully. It really is you, isn't it? I got lost out there in the tunnels. For a while I thought I was running in circles. Some kind of labyrinth. Every rocky wall and floor looked the same. Finally I ended up here. I heard you talking, but I thought I might have been hallucinating. I ran back into the tunnels, and I found some other people. Then they fed me, they housed me, they fixed my glasses, patched up my sweater. Decent people, but strange, secretive. While I was out there, I spent some time on the Zero. What? Why? Joseph, it's different than we've heard. It's like a real place. They pick up garbage, they deliver mail, they go to work and to church. My most vivid memory is a parade of images, like a waking dream or a slide lecture that I'll never understand. A television, a scarecrow, a crystal, a feather, a sandwich, a CRT monitor, a bottle, an anchor. Joseph seems agitated. What's up with Joseph? Ask Joseph what is up. It's... Lula, you've heard the same damn stories I have. There was a cathedral, Joseph. A cathedral. I'm not saying it's any ordinary highway. The cars that pass. The things that pass. Why have you gotta be so damn fascinated, Lula? You always gotta. It doesn't matter now, damn it. I'm leaving. To hell with all of it. Getting back on track. We're so close. Divert Joseph's attention. You shout something at Joseph about the project you were working on together. You'll die in these damn cold caves. And what about those men? You know they'll come back. Tell him we can find somewhere to start a fire. Suggest finding somewhere safe to start a fire. You shout something at Joseph about going deeper into the caves. Did you hear their voices? They're not. They'll find you. But not me. I'm going back to the surface. Stop. Your stupid fight is ringing through the whole damn cave. Joseph is right. Can't stay here. I'm leaving too. But I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon and I'm heading down the Zero. I think we need her to stay. Ask Lula to stay. You plead with Lula about your continued collaboration. I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail. And then you can see what your damn machine does with it. Lula and Joseph have left. In tunnels. Abandoned by your collaborators, your confidants, your companions, the only two among your colleagues with whom you've ever trusted the gift of your friendship. Pretty thick. Sounds like Beardo had his heart broken. You wandered the tunnels alone, dragging the components of your unrealised masterpiece, combing the underground passages for a new site in which to realise your vision. Sounds like a genius. How do you mean? Wordy. Ha. I had a guy who came into the shop once with a bunch of old radios and computers and stuff. Real junk. I think he collected it going down alleys or something. Anyway, it was all broken. He asked me if I could get the tubes out and clean them up. The vacuum tubes. So I pulled every vacuum tube I could find and threw the rest out. And I went over them with some rubbing alcohol and cleaned the leads. I used some nail polish remover on the glass. I did a pretty good job. He came back in the next day and I laid it all out on a towel for him so he could check it out. I got the towel from my Aunt Remedios. And like everything with her, it's really kind of nice, you know? It's red and it had this gold embroidery around the edges. I guess it was a little too nice. This guy got all excited by the presentation, kind of circled it, and observed each tube from a distance, moving his head around in weird quick bobs, like a pigeon. And then he started just lecturing at nobody in particular about the history of vacuum tubes. He talked for an hour. We went on a few dates, but nothing really came of it. Turns out he was kind of boring. What was that story? Hall of the Mountain King. And here we are. After what may have been years, you stumble out of a tunnel into a cavernous open space. Stalactites adorn the ceiling like grotesques. In the centre of the room is an enormous rocky spire. This is where you will set up your equipment and establish your legacy. Yes. Now is the time to continue your work. Research Assistant 0. Realism Index 37%. Romance Index 2%. Mole Coverage 0%. You may hire a new research assistant, assign assistants to a task, or sleep until tomorrow. What, you need an assistant. Hire one. Uploading job advertisement to university message boards. You've hired Rick, who studies library sciences. No, that's not enough. We need more. Okay, give Rick a task. Speculation. Okay, it's not going to let me do that until I sleep, is it? I thought it was worth a try. Time passes. Rick discards centuries of exhaustive data on the uniformity of cause and effect. Now is the time to continue your work. Okay, we need more assistants to be realistic, don't we? You hired Amy, who studies human-computer interaction. Okay, yeah. What did Amy do? Speculation. Sleep. Time passes. Rick muses about the love lives of fungal colonies. Greasy black mold is collecting on the computer equipment. Now's the time to continue your work. We need more. Okay, what can Weaver do? Debugging. Okay, I see. You've got to reassign them every day. This is an odd little game. Time passes. Weaver widens the tunnel slightly to reduce the need for extra crouch commands. Amy summarises the migratory patterns of bats through the tunnels. Rick makes a convincing argument for the edibility of stone. Intruders! Strangers are doing something to the equipment, but you can't make out what. You hide behind a rock until they leave. With trepidation, you emerge from your holding place hours later. Now is the time to continue your work. I'm not convinced this is getting us any closer to the zero. No, nor am I. Oh, it's getting realer. Nice. Okay, let's get another one. You hired Greg. Okay, let's have 2 on transcription today. One on debugging and one on speculation. This is very interesting to watch, I imagine. Time passes. Amy identifies a bug with the oxygen level simulation but is unable to fix it. Helpful, Amy, thanks. Rick types up some lurid imagery from a dream journal. Weaver carefully transcribes the sounds of dripping water in all their variations over a period of several hours. Greg posits that nature, not reason, is the master of industry. Weaver follows the strangers into the tunnels. She doesn't return, but neither do they. That's not helpful. I've got to hire a new assistant. They fucking took Weaver. Bastards. Oh, I remember Roberta. You hired Roberta who studies fairy tales. Yeah, still only hire one a day. Okay, fuck this, I'm going hard today. 4 on debugging. And then go sleep. Time passes. Greg makes adjustments to the echolocation algorithm. Bats now fly normally instead of getting hung up on each other's wings and clustering together like horrible leathery tumbleweeds. Rick fixes some weird math with weirder math. Okay. Roberta fixed bugs. Amy fixed bugs. Greasy black mold is collecting on the computer equipment. Maybe we should try to start over or something? This doesn't seem to be helping. No, I don't know. Realism's doing well. Okay. We'll have one last try, and if this doesn't get me anywhere, I'll give up. Slam them all in transcription today. Time passes. Rick extensively notates tunnel diameter as a function of length. Marianne transcribed experiences. Roberta transcribed experiences. Greg transcribed experiences. Amy transcribed experiences. A mail carrier on a bicycle brings you a sizable bill from the power company. Okay. Oh, realism index is close, isn't it? 99%. Yeah, I'm gonna try one more round. So I feel like you just have to get realism to 100, don't you? Okay, and today we'll get them all to do speculation. And go to sleep. Time passes. Roberta had ideas. Andrew had ideas. Marianne had ideas. Greg had ideas. Rick had ideas. And Amy had ideas. Intruders! The strangers are doing something to the equipment, but you can't make out what. You hide behind a rock until they leave. With trepidation, you emerge from your hiding place hours later. Now is the time to continue your work. Research Assistant 6. Realism Index. Oh, fuck. Romance Index 100. Mole Coverage 0. Okay. Shit went wobbly. I guess we will restart. This didn't get me anywhere. Try to quit and start over. I want to keep playing. Come on, kid, we got stuff to do. Quit. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes. That was a rhetorical question. Exit? But you aren't in anything at the moment. Maybe we have to lose or die somehow in order to start over. Smash the computer. Smash computer. Violence isn't the answer to this one. Maybe we have to wait it out. Wait indefinitely. Time passes. Research assistants come and go. You don't encounter the strangers again, but sometimes you can hear the uncanny echoes of their voices off in the tunnels. Years pass, mould accumulates. You and the remaining research assistants take to burning disused equipment in the centre of the room. The black mould is intensely flammable and makes an excellent catalyst. It leaves behind a sweet narcotic perfume. One night you have visitors. How meta. Outsiders, different ones. Then later, that night, an old friend. You really did go deeper into the caves. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit and see that Lula's standing next to you, I bet. Huh. Come on, where is she? Big reveal. It's obvious that's what it's doing.